परब्रह्म समारम्भाम् श्री दत्तात्रेय मध्यमाम् श्री दत्त स्वामी पर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सर्वविश्वन्यस्तपादपद्मायते वामहस्तालोलवेदशास्त्रायते ज्ञानसूर्यायते दत्तरूपायते श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम् श्रीवेणुगोपालकृष्णाय वन्दनम्। गुरुदत्त श्रीदत्त प्रभुदत्त पाहि माम् विधिदत्त हरिदत्त हरदत्त रक्ष माम् पाहि मां दत्ता रक्ष मां दत्ता। त्रैलोक्य गीता चैप्टर 13 भगवद्वर्ण विचारयोगः एसोसिएशन विथ नॉलेज ऑफ Caste of God। त्रैलोक्य उवाच कामे प्रेम कथं कृष्णः क्षत्रियो यादवोत्थव ब्रूहि दत्ता बुद्धितेजा वेणुगोपालकृष्ण माम्। Miss Trailokya asked, O God Datta, incarnated as Venugopala Krishna, having lot of power of intelligence, please tell me about the place of love in lust, and also explain whether God Krishna belongs to the caste of Kshatriyas or to the caste of Yadavas.
Shri Datta Swami uvacha तेजा नाम्ना च विख्याते त्रैलोक्ये बुद्धितेजसा प्रेमकामौ भावकर्म रूपावन्योन्यसंश्रयौ। Shri Datta Swami spoke, O Trailokya, you are also familiar by another name called Teja, due to your immense intellectual power. Prema or love is theoretical and kama or lust is practical. These two are mutually existing, sharing each other. Dharma dharma मुखौ प्रेम कामौ प्रकृति केवलौ तत्तत्फलावुभौ धर्म्यौ अधर्म्यौ वा न मिश्रमौ। Prema or theoretical love means mental liking or desire, which may be towards justice or towards injustice. Kama or practical lust is the action of sex following prema. If prema is towards justice, its subsequent karma is also justified, called as merit, that leads to heaven. If prema is towards injustice, its subsequent karma is also not justified, called as sin, that leads to hell. In this way, both are always associated and will have the same nature of merit or sin in both stages. The first set is justified love followed by justified lust, and the second set is unjust love followed by unjust lust. This means that you cannot have the following two types of sets. 1. Justified love followed by unjust lust, and 2. Unjust love followed by justified lust. This means that in any set there is homogeneity and no heterogeneity. Ubhayor-bhava-rupardhah kamah karmani cha smrutah yadhishtam bhijyate rudhi krishna gopyorna mishramah. Generally, people appreciate prema or love and look down while using the word kama or lust. Since the word kama also means desire, in such case, kama becomes alternative word for prema. But the word kama can be used in the practical action of sex also. When we say kama, among the four purusharthas, kama means the practical sex only. In the Gita also, the word kama is also used in the sense of practical sex. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. The usage of the word in a specific meaning differs from one context to the other based on freedom of user. In the case of the affair between Krishna and Gopikas, some think that the mixed set is resulting because theoretical love to God is justified, but the subsequent lust or practical sex with God is not justified. But since mixed set does not exist, this opinion of some people is not correct. Na mishramopi sarvatra priyabhavo nishidhyate bharta dharmyah priyo adharmyah vaidarbhivana radhika. Some feel that mixed set shall not be shown by any devotee to God. They feel that the homogeneous set, which is justified love followed by justified action like practical service to God, is accepted, whereas The same homogeneous set having theoretical love for sex followed by practical lust shall not be applied to the case of God. It means that a soul can love God as father or brother or master or husband, but not as illegal darling, because this type of illegal bond is unjust and sinful, leading to hell. Same type of bond, which is treating God as darling before marriage with him, is acceptable, as in the case of Sita, Rukmini, etc. But the bond of Radha is not acceptable, since she was married to Ayana Ghosha but loved Krishna as darling and participated in practical lust with Krishna, which was secret sex, even though her bond with Krishna is homogeneous. Unjust love, unjust lust. Pravruttau sarvamadeyam nivrittirdaiva jivayoh daiva daivena dandaschet jiva daive kadhannusaha. The point here is that we are not opposing the above justified argument as far as the pravritti or worldly life is concerned. If Radha and Krishna are human beings, what all said above is perfectly correct. But here, even though Radha is incarnation of God Shiva, other gopikas are ordinary human beings. Krishna is undoubtedly the ultimate God. This affair of Krishna with Radha or with gopikas is nivritti or spiritual affair, which is God-God and God-soul relationship, and this is certainly not pravritti or soul-soul relationship. If we apply the rule of pravritti to nivritti also, then nivritti shall be removed and only pravritti shall be maintained with its rules everywhere. The main question put by us to the above opposing people is, you have framed a rule and everybody shall follow it. Here is an example violating your rule. If you decide to punish the violating souls, that is also acceptable to us. But the case of violation involves God. Will you punish God also? Dharmo margassa gamyo hi dharmo dattashrayo hi gauhu asmakam rakshako dharma sakrishno dharma rakshakah. Scriptures and scholars say that by following the path of justice, God is pleased. Justice is path and God is the goal. Can you bind the goal with path? The deity of justice has taken God Datta. Krishna is incarnation of God Datta as its shelter by standing at his back in the form of a cow. As per this, Datta is protector and justice cow is protected. But as per your theory, it seems that justice cow is protector and Datta is protected. There is a saying that if we protect justice, justice will protect us. Dharmo rakshate rakshitaha. This is correct as far as the souls are concerned. Scriptures say that God is the protector or Lord of justice. Dharmasya prabhurachyutaha. Krishna, the incarnation of Datta or Vishnu, said that he comes down to earth to establish and protect justice. Dharma samsthapanarthaya Gita. Prokta samanvayo gudha bodhya sarvai subuddhibhi pravrutti dharma sutrena shukena cha nunam hite. We have already explained this previously in the light of total salvation from all the three strongest worldly bonds, eshanas, due to attachment to God, which is deepest and can be understood by any theist through paying some concentrated attention. Even in the Pravrutti scripture, it is clearly told that the weak souls shall not imitate omnipotent incarnations of God, because by such imitation the souls get destroyed. Avara daurbalyat Dharmasutram. Even the sage Shuka told just this point only to King Parikshit without giving deep analysis, because the ultimate aim is only to prevent the exploitation of this concept applicable to God only by the ordinary souls, since such exploitation will destroy the imitating souls. Dharmyo valivadhopyasya dandabhogah purakrutah bhavadbhyopi jagatpalaha pragvetti lokasangraham. God is the administrator of this world and knows the solution for the welfare of the creation better than all of you. He has already proved this by an example in the past, which is that he killed Vali by hiding himself behind a tree. This looks as injustice, but on deep analysis, it can be understood to be justified. Wali is a sinner and has a divine boon that he will get half of the strength of any opposing fighter, so that finally Wali will certainly win. In such a case, there is no other way than to kill him in this crooked way. But Rama treated this as sin so that nobody else will repeat this by exploitation. This means that anybody can kill other person from backside, blaming that the other person as bad. In order to avoid such misuse, Rama treated this justified deed as a sinful deed and underwent punishment when he was born as Krishna. A hunter killed Krishna by shooting his foot with arrow. By this, the world is protected from misusing this concept. Daivatvat sarvamokshacha napapamapi papavat dandam bhunkte tadashyantaha rakshito loka sangraha. Even though the love-lust affair of Krishna and Gopikas is not a sin because 1. Krishna is God with a special power not touched by the worldly rules, and 2. Sages wanted full salvation by sacrificing all the worldly bonds, including the weakest life partner bond. Krishna treated this as a sin and underwent the punishment in hell, so that you shall be satisfied based on the assumed correctness of your argument that Krishna is a sinner. Hence, there is no slightest opportunity for you to blame Krishna. You are blaming Krishna, saying that this world will be spoiled in pravrutti, and for the same doubt, Krishna accepted this as a sin and underwent the punishment. The world is protected by Krishna by accepting punishment for the assumed sin and underwent the punishment, so that he himself is giving a picture to the world that this is a sin, and hence none shall repeat this, imitating him. Here ends the whole case, and a full stop is necessary. Kartum papamapapam na viparitam tato vibhuhu swarthaya jagate chaivam bhedo jiveshayorayam. The difference between God and soul is very clear here. The soul tries to interpret its sin as sinless action involving in selfishness by harming others. God is trying to make his sinless action as sinful action so that others will not be damaged by blindly imitating him to exploit God for their selfish enjoyment. Rajyam bhrashtam yadoshapat akshatriya hi yadavaha yaduyachanaya dattaha tadvamshe krishna sambhavaha. The name of the forefather of the dynasty of Krishna was Yadu, whose race was called as Yadavas, and this name has nothing to do with the caste system. Just like the race of Raghu is called as Raghavas, this name is also similar. Yadu was cursed by his father not to have the ruling power of Kshatriyas, and hence the descendants of Yadu called Yadavas did not have the ruling power of kingdom. Yadu prayed God Datta in a forest to bless his race. God Datta incarnated as Krishna in the dynasty of Yadavas. Krishno rajyakaro bhuyah kshatriyo bhut tatah kulam gunakarmanugam Gītam tenaivam swanubhutiman. Krishna established own kingdom by neutralizing the curse given to Yadu. By doing so, Krishna became Kshatriya again. This means that the forefathers of Yadu were Kshatriyas since they had the power to rule the kingdom and were also ruling the kingdom. Starting from Yadu up to Krishna, the Yadavas were not Kshatriyas, since none ruled the kingdom. When Krishna started again ruling the kingdom, Yadavas became again Kshatriyas. This clearly indicates that the caste is based on the quality like power of ruling the kingdom and subsequent deed, that is action of actual ruling the kingdom. Based on this personal experience of this concept, Krishna said in the Gita that God made the caste system based on the concept that caste is always decided by the qualities and deeds. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha. Gita. Puropi sthapita swarthaha janmana kshatriyo yaduh tatputra kshatriya eva yadava kathamanvayat. This concept of the caste depending on qualities and deeds was already proved even before Krishna established the kingdom to become Kshatriya. Even before this incident, Yadu, born as Kshatriya, lost his caste and hence his issues became Yadavas and were not called as Kshatriyas. When Kshatriyas became Yadavas, this concept of dependence of caste on qualities and deeds was proved practically. Moreover, if you decide caste by birth, Yadu was a Kshatriya since his father was a Kshatriya. The issues of Yadu must be Kshatriyas since Yadu was a Kshatriya. When the issues of Yadu were not Kshatriyas, this means that caste is not decided by birth but is decided by qualities and deeds only. Yadavanam navo varnaha Rajyapalana vichyutehe Navo gopalanadvarno Raghavanam purakulam. Yadavas, meaning the descendants of King Yadu, were originally Kshatriyas by doing the work of ruling kingdom. The same Yadavas lost the work of ruling kingdom starting from Yadu and hence lost the caste of Kshatriyas. They became a new caste called Yadavas because they selected new work, which is ruling the cows. This means that the caste is based on the professional work, karma, along with its related qualities, guna. Based on the related work only, they ceased to be Kshatriyas and also became Yadavas. Hence, the caste is not based on birth, but is based on the professional work with corresponding qualities. Just like Yadavas, Raghavas, the descendants of King Raghu, are also Kshatriyas involved in ruling the kingdom, and they did not lose this professional work and hence continued to be Kshatriyas only. All this clearly proves that the caste is based on the professional work and its related qualities, guna karma, and not on the birth. Gunanukarma gunato varno bhinna kshana kshanam kalesminna pura vipro nityam brahmarishirevahi. The caste depending upon the qualities and deeds need not be mentioned because the qualities will lead the soul to do actions as per their qualities, and hence caste decided by qualities alone can be mentioned. This means that you can decide the caste based on qualities even though deeds are not expressed. Hence, the caste depends upon the qualities possessed by the soul. Therefore, the caste changes every minute, since the qualities differ from minute to minute. This is true, but the ratio of the three qualities changes from one context to other in the present times only. In the old ages, the ratio of the three qualities does not change from one context to the other context, and hence caste system was always permanent. For example, a Brahmana by caste always remained as the divine sage preaching the spiritual knowledge to the society. Sattvam viprah parepyanyah parau vaishyaschaturthatah shudro gunanugo varno nahi varnanugo gunaha. The name of the caste always follows the qualities, and qualities do not follow the name of the caste. Pure Sattvam, 99% Sattvam, and 1% Rajas and Tamas is called Brahmana. Along with Sattvam, if Rajas also exists predominantly, it is called Kshatriya. If Rajas and Tamas exist predominantly, it is called Vaishya. If pure Tamas, 99% Tamas and 1% Sattvam and Rajas exists, it is called Shudra. The person gets the name of the caste as per the above said qualities, and every person born in a caste need not have the above said qualities. Santatihi sthira nishpatyoho sthirachet varna sankaraha prabhavat sa sthira pitroho guna raktanna vignataha. The ratio of the qualities shall be fixed in an approximate range, and following such a fixed ratio, the caste also gets fixed. If the ratio of the qualities is changing with a lot of variation, the name of the caste of such a person also changes. If two such different, approximately fixed ratios persons marry, such a marriage is called intercaste marriage. A child born to such a couple will have the influence of both the parents, and based on the strength of the influence of one of the couple, the child gets an average fixed ratio, and such a child will be of mixed caste. However, one shall not think that the ratio of the qualities of child is not coming from the blood of the parents, but comes from the influence of the parents. The genes carry only certain mannerisms, but not qualities to the child as per the science of genetics. Avijnanadasrugvarnaha sahavasa prabhavasat अध्यास भ्रम सिद्धांतो रक्ते वास गुणोपरि. Due to lack of the knowledge of genetics, older generations thought that the qualities are coming from the blood of parents. This misunderstanding led to think that the qualities of a child can be expected to come from parents, and this resulted in deciding the qualities based on birth, which means that the caste is by birth. This is a blunder. The actual fact is that the child is influenced by the qualities of the parents and grasps those qualities due to continuous living with them. On finding the same qualities of the parents in the grown-up child, people misunderstood that the qualities are from the blood of its parents, which generally leads to misunderstand that the caste is by birth. This theory of caste by birth resulted due to superimposition of blood-based caste on quality-based caste that depends upon continuous co-living with parents. गुणकर्मानुगो वर्णः प्राग्भवाद्वा प्रभावतः नान्यो मार्गोऽस्ति जन्यादिः कलौ जन्मकुलं न सत्. Hence the qualities that exist in a soul leading to their corresponding deeds alone decide the caste and not the birth of a soul to a specific couple of parents. These qualities can come with the soul based on 1. Previous births, and 2. The association of other souls which are influencing the soul in the present birth. Except these two ways, the qualities will not enter the soul by any other way, like blood relationship, etc. In this sinful Kali age, a false theory is developed, which is that the caste is decided by birth, and this is not true. Iti Trailokya Gītāyām Bhagavad-varna vichara yogo nama Trayodashadhyāyah. Like this, in Trailokya Gita, the 13th chapter called Association with Knowledge of Caste of God is completed.
Udvegarahita Santosharahita Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Shanti Samudra Shri Datta Shanti Samudra Shri Datta. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi.
Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that propagating divine spiritual knowledge pleases the Lord greatly. Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyamiti me matihi. Spiritual knowledge brings about permanent peace and harmony in the world. So join us in sharing this divine knowledge of Lord Datta and earn the highest grace of God. For more spiritual videos, visit our YouTube channel, Shri Datta Swami. For more discourses on true spiritual knowledge, visit the website www.universal-spirituality.org.